VMC into IMC, again. A shocking example. Australia, the 15th of July, 2025. Not only is IFR into VMC one of the top 10 causes of worldwide general aviation accidents, it is the #1 weather-related cause of accidents and deaths. Even in Australia, a relatively flat country with relatively mild weather, between 2015 and 2025, there were 116 VFR into IMC occurrences resulting in 24 fatalities. In this video, we look at a particularly shocking recent case in Australia. We will simulate it in Microsoft Flight Simulator, MSFS. But note the weather in actual fact was worse than can be simulated in MSFS. Details come from the final Australian Transport Safety Board, ATSB, accident report. Flight Plan YWGT Wangaratta Tio Waima W Maruya and initial safety issues, 1 of 2. At 13:02 local time on the 15th of July, 2025, the pilot owner of a Beechcraft 35C-33 Debonair, VHKZK, departs Wangaratta, Victoria, on a solo VFR flight to Maruya, New South Wales, 189 nautical miles. He was returning to Maruya after routine aircraft maintenance. Safety issue. The pilot was a low-hours pilot with a recreational pilot license, RPL, but was not qualified for cross-country, which he had started, or for IMC flight. Flight Plan YWGT Wangaratta Tio Waima W Maruya and initial safety issues, 2 of 2. Safety issue. The planned flight crosses Australia's highest peaks, the snowy mountains up to nearly 7,000 feet. RPL means he cannot go above 10,000 feet. Longer routes available with lower peaks. Safety issue. The aircraft was not fitted with an emergency locator transmitter, ELT. Safety issue. He planned a solo flight into forecasted IMC, without required qualifications or experience, either knowing the weather or not knowing because of poor planning. Australian VMC criteria below 10,000 feet. 5,000 meters visibility with 1,000 feet vertical and 1,500 meters horizontal distance from cloud. When below the higher of 3,000 feet AMSL or 1,000 feet AGL and inside of ground or water, just clear of cloud suffices. Aircraft flying in conditions that do not meet these criteria are in IMC. YWGT Wangaratta, freeware scenery. Beechcraft Bonanza, early version of the Debonair, freeware aircraft. 13:02 the 25th of July, 2025 departs runway 18. Left climbing turn towards direct Wangaratta to Maruya route. Safety issue. Flying VFR across terrain up to 3,800 feet with forecast. Broken cloud from 3,000 foot and above. Isolated rain showers from 800 and above reducing visibility to 4 kilometers. Isolated snow showers from 4,000 and above reducing visibility to 500 meters, and freezing above 4,500. Brown Brothers Winery at Milawa with lovely airstrip, my wife's favorite winery. Around 13:15, reaches cruise altitude of 4,500 feet and shortly after turns right onto direct Wangaratta to Maruya route. Safety issue. Continues VFR into worsening weather and higher ground. Around 13:36 alongside YCRG Corryong Airport, approaching Victoria, New South Wales border, turns right off direct route and begins climb to 7,000 feet. Probably trying to avoid low cloud or rain snow. Safety issue. Continues flying VFR across terrain up to more than 6,000 feet with forecast IMC. Scattered cloud from 1,500 foot and above. Broken overcast cloud from 3,000 and above. Isolated drizzle or rain snow showers from 3,000 and above reducing visibility to 3 kilometers. And freezing above 4,500. Safety issue. The aircraft has a pitot heat system and a fuel-injected engine, but is still subject to possible detrimental airframe icing. Safety issue. Flies right by Corryong Airport where he could have landed. 1338 alongside YKHA Kankoban Airport. Safety issue. Flies right by Kankoban Airport, where he could have landed, and continues VFR flight into IMC. 1340 turns right and then left, probably trying to avoid low cloud or rain snow. Safety issue. He maybe could have turned back to Kankoban Airport, but continues VFR flight into IMC. 1343 starts descent from 7,000 feet and right spiral dive. Safety issue. Probably experiencing spatial disorientation in cloud or drizzle or showers. 1344. Crashes in steep, forested, terrain. Crashes at elevation of 4,830 feet, speed over 210 knots, and descent over 4,000 feet per minute. The pilot died and the aircraft was destroyed. As well as probable spatial disorientation, airframe icing may have also been present. ATSB conclusion. The pilot very likely encountered instrument meteorological conditions, resulting in spatial disorientation and collision with terrain. The pilot commenced a solo navigation flight into areas with forecast instrument meteorological conditions without having completed the required training and licensing for cross-country navigation. For more on VFR into IMC, see my 2 videos. Piper Aztec Tragedy, the 27th of October, 2025. VFR into VMC, a case study, the 28th of August, 2024. Thanks for watching. Hundreds, maybe thousands, of Beechcraft Bonanzas at Debonairs are still airworthy. Enjoy this footage of an actual Beechcraft 35C33 Debonair managing a stiff crosswind.